Hello everyone, this is Benyarko. Thank you for joining my channel. I'd like to take time to appreciate your subscription and also your support of this channel. I remember this channel is mostly dedicated to teaching and celebrating African music and also black music in general. Today I'd like to talk about how to play Ghanaian style worship piano. And as you can see, I was using the strings. There are three main parts I'm going to be going over. This is a very simple tutorial. If you guys want an in-depth tutorial or in-depth lessons, I have a Skype lesson program. If you want to know more about it, just email me at kbenyarkomusic@gmail.com and I'll get back to you. Today I'm going to talk about three aspects of African worship. One is using the African locked hand block chords to harmonize, and for that I'll recommend watching my video on my playlist. The other is the bass lines and then diminished chord, how to use it as a passing chord. I will also do multiple tutorials on different styles of African worship and go into more detail. So for my subscribers, keep watching and I'm sure you'll have fun with the next upcoming lessons. So like I always do, the first song I played was Aban Dzin Dzin, and it's a very popular Ghanaian song. It was followed by sunsum nkronkron, and as I always do, I go over the locked hand block chords in the key I'm playing. So that song was in the key of G, so we'll go over the African locked hand chords. Remember the jazz chords, those are a major 6, diminished, major 6, diminished, major 6, diminished, until you get the chords. African are a little different. We have, and then we have a minor, G7, a minor, G7, a minor, okay, and that's it. So we have, and that's the African block chords, locked hand block chords. And like I said, you find that on my playlist on Benyarko African tutorials. It's on the YouTube homepage. Alright, so first I was using the strings, and when you're playing African worship, you don't have to use strings, but most African worshipers like the strings as a background to their singing. So first I try to harmonize the melody line with the African block chords I showed you. So the melody is very simple. I'm going to play it one time. Okay, let's choose the strings. And I play that with the harmonized chords. And you always make sure you put the melody on top. And that is the harmonized version with the African block chords. Okay, remember again, you do that in each scale and you can harmonize almost any melody. The next thing I usually do is figure out the bass line. So I play the melody with the bass line. And that is the simple version of the harmonized melody and the bass line. Okay, now the last part I usually do is figure out which chords are the diminished chords. I'm going to be doing tutorials on various diminished families and how you can harmonize and use them as passing chords. And that should be coming in my next couple of tutorials. For this song, however, I look for the minor chords of the song. So as I said, the African block chords, we have a seventh, followed by a minor, a G7, a minor, G7, minor, and it goes until it reaches the major chord. Okay, so whenever I have a minor, so let's say A minor, I take the half step of it, okay, and use this note leading to that A minor as a diminished. So I'm basically using the half step below it, so the A flat diminished, and go into the A minor 7. And that's what I usually do. Anytime I have a minor, I take the half step below it, the diminished of that chord, and then hit it. You can also do that with the bass lines. So for instance, if I was doing a 1-2-5 progression in high life and doing just a yap and sub progression, even with the string, right? Right? Just walking up and down. To use the diminished, I know the next chord is a A minor, right? So I'm going to use the A flat to the A minor, and you'll see how it sounds. So if I played it without that diminished, it'll sound like this. But with the diminished, it sounds like this. And you can even do that to the fifth. So the fifth of the G is the D. So you can use that C sharp diminished to the G, and it'll sound like this. And that is basically a simple version of high life diminished passing chords. I'm going to play the song one more time. You guys should look forward to the next upcoming video going further, and this is more of a series, so I'll be doing a lot of theory teaching on how to play Ghanaian style worship. Again, if you guys have any questions, contact me at Benyarko@gmail.com. And thank you for your subscription. Remember that if you learn something, share it, as I freely get the information. I freely